So I left America 1 year ago. The main thing that made me first want to leave was it was my senior year of college, and I feel like all through college I had done everything right. Like I did the internships, I did this and that. I literally graduated at the top of my class. So I did all that right. And I remember I kept applying to jobs, and it was just rejection after rejection in that inbox. And I just crashed out one day and I was like, no, F this, I'm done. I hate all these people. What is even the point of this? I don't even actually want a job. Like, sitting behind a desk, why am I even doing this? Like, let's get real. We need to figure something out because this is not actually even what I want to do with my life. I'm just doing it because someone told me that's what I should be doing, really. And so then I just remembered this one person I met one time who was from Australia. I was like, remember that person from Australia? What if I just like moved to Australia? I wonder what that would be like. And so then I just started looking it up. I was like, how to move to Australia. And then I was like, oh my gosh, wait, like you can actually just go there as an American? Like it's actually easy? What? And so I left. And when I left, honestly, my life was really depressing. Like I said, I had lived in my hometown for 22 years, which was not something I wanted to do. I had always been the person who wanted to travel and go do big things and had big aspirations. But unfortunately, in my early life, I got mixed up with a bad crowd. I graduated right in COVID, and that kind of just landed me stuck in my hometown. And I really didn't have the grit or the willpower at the time to help myself out. But it just piled up to the point of so many years of living a life that I hated that I was like, no more. Like I saw it in my head what was going to happen if I did get one of those jobs. And I saw that it was just going to be more of a life I hated. And my brain was like, we have actually done enough and we cannot take any more of a life we hate. So we need to do something else. So I moved, right? And I lived in Australia for about 1 year. And this year was absolutely pivotal for me. Absolutely changed everything. Everything. Some of the things that happened. There were lots of positives. There were lots of hardships also, especially doing it by yourself. I don't want to discourage anyone. I think if you have that desire to go abroad, you absolutely should and you absolutely can as an individual. But understand it's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows like you see some people romanticize. There are going to be challenges, right? You're going to have to face battles alone without any family or friend around you. You're going to have to deal with coming into a new environment where you don't know anyone and figuring it out yourself. You're going to realize like the parts of yourself that need a bit of work. Like, so for me, I realized pretty quickly, okay, I have lots of issues with alcohol. I need to get sober. I also realized pretty quickly, okay, I still have a lot of unresolved childhood trauma. And even now to this day, there are still emotional things that I'm working through, but it makes you really strong and you're doing the work that a lot of people won't ever do in their life. Let's get away from the challenges for a minute and go back to some of the benefits. I have completely started to actually live in alignment with myself, find my passions. I now have a good sense of like what makes me happy. It makes you also like really open, at least for me, to trying new things. So I love to try new things. I don't ever feel embarrassed like, oh, I never drawn before. I can't go to that art class. No, come on. No. That's not how it is. It makes you really learn to trust yourself. So for me, if you told me, okay, listen, girl, Vietnam's over, time to pack it up. You gotta go over here and figure it out over there. I would know I can figure it out over there because I've done it now. I've done it in Australia. I've done it in Vietnam. And I'm going to do it again. Your perspective opens up so much. Like my perspective on everything in the world just went as soon as I left the States. Because you start talking to so many people from so many different countries. You find out about travel destinations, opportunities, so many things that you had no idea even existed before. That's why traveling is such a privilege. Not because you get to see the Trevi Fountain or whatever the case, but because of the perspective and insight it gives you, that is so much more valuable to me than money. When I tell you I've lived 100 lives since I left America, seriously. And I know that when you talk to me again a year from now and you're like, hey, would you guess that you would be in Spain living in a villa with 3 other girls, one from Germany, one from Italy, and one from the UK, teaching English and running your business with a new Spanish lover? Yeah, my life has improved so much since I left the States, truly. There have definitely been times where I still have hard days, but I'd rather have a hard day in Australia, a hard day in Vietnam, or a hard day back in my hometown, surrounded by people who don't even know me. Like, I could never be myself back in the States. Seriously, I felt so boxed in. It was sad. And I think that's what caused a lot of problems for me, is I never felt like I could truly be myself. Out here, I know I can be myself, and I know I'll find my people no matter what. I've met so many beautiful friends from all over the world who truly understand me. That's never something that happened to me in the States, ever. Never, ever, ever. I guess I just wanted to make this video to kind of come on here and say, you know what? If you want to leave the States, if you want to try something new, if you're feeling dissatisfied, just know that it is completely possible, okay? Like, again, if you told me 2 or 3 years ago I would be living this life that I'd be like, F you. That's impossible. That's only for rich people. No, but it's not true. You guys, I'm just a normal person. There are ways to do it. You can get a work and holiday visa. That's how I first left America. I got a work and holiday visa in Australia. You can save up a bunch of money in America. Literally, just put your head down and grind for like a good 6 months to a year, whether it's at a corporate job, whether it's just literally waiting tables. And I'm not hating on waiters. I worked in the restaurants for 5 years. You can save up enough money to support yourself in Asia for like 1 or 2 years and just live off your savings and then figure out what to do from there. But just by getting out there and getting into these environments where other people are, opportunities will come about, okay? Get yourself a remote job. Go teach English, okay? There are so many ways to leave. Seriously, stop making excuses. If you're living a life you hate, if you want to go out there and see the world, go out there. And if you don't want to commit to, doing a working holiday, doing this or doing that, my big suggestion to you would be plan yourself a solo trip. Plan yourself a solo trip for maybe 1 week. Go out to Southeast Asia, maybe Vietnam or Thailand, or go somewhere you really want to go, like Italy, I say Vietnam or Thailand because these are relatively cheap destinations for your first solo travel experience. And I'm a bit biased towards Vietnam. I think it's an amazing country. I've traveled and lived here for many months. But plan yourself your first solo trip. Get out there, get around people, and just by doing that, you will build so much confidence and you will want more of it. Like, if you have that inkling but you're just scared, do the solo trip. Your confidence will build. You will talk to people. You will get so much different insight and you will want to get back out there again. So that would be my tip if you don't want to commit or you're feeling like, oh, I don't know. Solo trip. Start there. And then come back here and talk to me when you're ready, okay? But you guys, if you're not satisfied with your life in America, you can live a so much better quality of life elsewhere. You will meet people who understand you. You will be able to express yourself and live in alignment with your heart and experience this world beyond the 9-to-5 grind set, beyond the ways that they try to tear us down and divide us in America every single day, beyond all the BS. So, if you want to talk to me more, literally just send me a message. I'll tell you all about Australia. I have a free guide. If you actually want to learn how to move to Australia, I'll link it below. And just know that you can make a change at any time. If you're not happy with your life in the States, if you want to experience adventure, you can. Don't limit yourself. Get out there and see what's possible. I love you.